Welcome to Chatting with the Stars. I'm telling you, it's Emancipation Day. This is the day when Jamaicans, 1838, was abolished from slavery. The act was signed July 31st, and on August 1st, we were declared free. So happy Emancipation Day, Jamaica. And of course, I'm telling you, I am excited and happy because we have come so far. We're 50 years strong this year. And we have in studio Beky Glacier, who is a Jamaican, upcoming artist from the roots, reggae cultural artist. And he's going to tell us about how even Emancipation Day affected him, that he's able to do what he's doing today. Because of our ancestors, we are free to do what we're doing.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's such a privilege to even sit here now to can express myself, to bring forth my craft to the people. And all of this is definitely have to pay a big homage and respect to our ancestors, to our forefathers, who could have easily well just say, you know, so the pressure too great and we could just, you know, just accept anything. And they did not, you know what I mean? They definitely put up a great fight to the point that we now as their sons and daughters can reap the benefits, you know what I mean? Have the freedom to express ourselves, have the freedom to make moves and do big things, you know what I mean? We have a black president, you know what I mean? I mean, all of that is stemming from the hard work that our forefathers put in before us. So yeah, it's a big city, big city.
And no disrespect, but we have a female prime minister.
Oh, no doubt. Big up, Portia. Yeah. You know what I mean? Definitely. You know what I mean? We have come, well, you know, you already know that Jamaica always represent with strong females. You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, in every aspect, in every format, you know what I mean? From Nanny to Miss Louise Bennett to, you know what I mean? The list goes on and on. You know what I mean? You know, I just lost my great-grand-aunt, rest in peace, Miss Zirish Beckett, you know what I'm saying? She was a pillar in the educational system, you know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? Strong female examples, leaders we have always had, you know what I mean? So yes, big up once again to the Right Honorable Portia Simpson, you know what I mean?
Yes, and we want to talk about your humble beginnings. Yeah, coming from Jamaica. Yeah. What was life like for you then? As we said, Chatting with the Stars is a show to motivate people who are watching, and feel free to drop us a line from time to time to let us know how a guest impacted your life, that this was where you said, I'm not going to give up. It would mean a great deal to us at RHR TV, and also to that star, that artist, that entrepreneur. We've had so many people come through the doors of RHR TV who are helping to motivate in such a tough era, the recession era.
And sometimes motivation can even be bigger than that object to give, you know what I mean? Sometimes you'll be so surprised that when you do something, it's easy for a person to take out a money out of their pocket and say, yo, here, I'm paying for your services, which is always good, don't get it twisted. But sometimes you will be so surprised to know how that word of encouragement, that word of motivation can just push you to that extra place, you know what I mean? I mean, you have people that get up every day and say, yo, listen, we're going to punch in, we're going to go work, you know what I mean? But they're not motivated. Them just step on the grind and just step on the treadmill of the system. Then you have a person that say, yo, I'm ready to throw the towel in. But guess what? Somebody tell them, say, yo, I'm going to see something in you that I think is very necessary for you to keep going. And with that word, you know what I mean, it can bend a corner or straighten a path for a person, you know what I mean? So, you know, definitely coming from Rockfort, Jamaica, grew up in Eastern Kingston, you know what I mean, where poverty is definitely, like, unfortunately, it plagues a lot of the garrisons, a lot of the ghetto. I've seen it all. Have to big up my grandparents though, who definitely, my grandfather who worked at the cement factory right there out at Rockfort, you know what I mean, made sure that, you know, education was #1. So therefore, and not just myself, a lot of my friends come from humble beginnings and have went on to do great things and is still in the pursuit of great things, you know what I mean? Big up on Low, original reggae boy, you know what I'm saying? We grew up together, played ball together in Rockfort, you know what I mean? Used to play ball and just dream about, you know, just impossible dreams, you know what I mean?
What are some of your dreams then?
Well, you know, I've always been obsessed and possessed with music. You know what I mean?
Where did this start? What was the start of that?
Really and truly, rest in peace, the King Michael Jackson. I can remember seeing Michael Jackson and just being captivated to see a youngster. You know what I mean? Although I was young, but you know what I mean, he wasn't a grown man doing the things that he was doing. You know what I mean? He was still virtually very young, and to see him command the stage and the presence and just shine like that, you know what I mean? I think definitely that was a person that influenced my sound, a lot of things, you know, definitely Michael Jackson. And then as soon, you know, that was just like the exterior of the music. You know, you hear something and it sounds sweet to your ears and you gravitate towards that. But then afterwards, being a student of music and a student of lyrics, then, you know, you start to dissect music, the different genres, the different areas, coming from Jamaica where
So you went to school of music?
No, well, I have went to schools where, you know, for vocal coaching, but just being a natural student of music, loving music, from the Muddy Waters to Bob Marley to Etta James to gospel sing, to the staple singers, I mean, you name it, you know what I mean, to country and western, you know what I mean, and just having an appreciation for lyrics, you know what I mean, and melody, you know. I started to dissect into music and then started to have different people that I acknowledge what they have done for music, and, you know what I mean, try to make sure that I live up to that standard, you know what I mean. So you know, definitely growing up, you know, Michael Jackson, the #1, you know, I actually went to school with the late great Bob Marley's children. Feel very blessed and privileged to have actually seen the King in his living flesh form. You know, the King still lives, but definitely, you know, always been close around the music, loving the music, and that has been my driving force, you know, keep me out of trouble, you know what I mean, keep me focused, you know what I mean. And
what was some of the trouble, you know, is there anyone around you who, you know, you could have said, wow, that could have been me?
Oh, no doubt. Family members, friends, you know what I mean, close family members, you know what I mean. I've lost a brother, very violently.
What was that like? What was that like?
Well, it was very, very touching. It was very, it was gut-wrenching, you know what I mean. I definitely lost. I am the last out of 7, and he was the oldest. And, you know, being, you know, you always look up to your big brother, you know what I mean. I mean, big up to my sisters, you know what I mean. But, you know what I mean, as a boy growing up, you always look up to your big brother. You see him a play ball, you want to play ball. You see him a fly kite, you want to fly kite. Him a climb tree, you want to climb tree. So definitely, I was in Jamaica when I got the news that he had passed off in the Bronx, New York. And it was definitely traumatic, not just for me, but for the whole family, my moms, everybody included. But, you know what I'm saying, you move on. He has 2 children, 2 sons. I mean, probably I have more, but there's 2 that the family has really kept a contact with, that, you know what I'm saying, when we look at them, we see him, and, you know what I'm saying, with that extension, you know, life goes on. It's tragic, but it goes on.
With that, life goes on. We'll be back after the break.
I am attorney Rashawn Banks, and I am running for county court judge. I hope that you vote for me on August 14th. I have a diversity of experience. I run a private practice. I have former government practice. I was a public defender and assistant county attorney. I practice both civil and criminal law in state and federal court. I am also an adjunct professor at Nova's Law School. Most importantly, I have a commitment to community service. I served my country in the U.S. Navy. I served my church, Hopewell, part of the prison ministry. I served my colleagues on the Broward County Bar Association Board of Directors, former president of the T.J. Reddick Bar Association, former chair of Legal Aid Association of Broward County. Also served my general community. My law office does free foreclosure defense clinics every 3 to 4 months. I have been active in rights restoration clinics, and I hope for your vote on August 14th. Rashawn Banks for County Court Judge.
Never let them get you down. Never let them see you frown. Never let them lead you astray. Starting today, live your life your way, I say. I'm Retired of the Strong and you're locked into RHR-TV. Keep it locked. Every time I say that boom shot.
For the break, we were talking about the loss of a brother, loss of family can you know, if a loved one can shake a family.
Oh no.
Shake families, it tear a family apart, and a lot of times it break a family apart, and then sometimes it bring a family apart. And I just realized that today is 1 year since my father died last year. Yeah, Sam said a while ago already. Yeah, 1 year, and it was tragic too. So I know what grief is like. You know, was this what transitioned you to leave Jamaica to go to New York?
Well, no, once again, big up to the family, because we always used to get 1 and 2 little trips from early out, you know what I mean? Traveling wasn't really a issue, you know what I mean? We always get them little trip there, but coming to live, I came to live in 1989 was a transition, leaving Rockford and coming to America to live, and definitely, you know, leaving back, just getting into the adolescent stage of having a girlfriend or a couple girlfriends, you know.
So how was that for you though? You have a girlfriend, you leave a girlfriend behind?
You know something, I was so silly at the time that for some reason I was young and kind of like, you know, trying to experiment with different females, and you know what I mean. So at the time I actually had like about 4 or 5 girlfriends at the time, and it was like, for some reason I thought that leaving would actually help to ease off the pressure, in which it did, but then it came back to bite me so wickedly, because it's like I just miss Jamaica so badly. I mean, when them used to get all the phone call and them dip on the car and a call, and then y'all hear all the man dip on the background. I say, yo, you know, see my boy, they are foreign. But you know, like I say, it's not like, you know what I mean, it's not like I was living in a monastery here in America, so you know what I mean. But definitely those days of the so-called young puppy love days, you know what I'm saying, is
there a girl that you left behind while you're talking so passionate that you made a mistake you should have not?
No. Everything happened for a reason, you know what I mean. Like I said, I was so young at the time, you know what I mean.
What age are you talking about?
I'm talking about 16, you know what I mean. 16, that age, you know what I mean. So it's definitely, you know, can't say, look, it definitely living, it was no mistake, and everything happened for a purpose, and everybody that was in my life, whether friend, brethren, or so-called intimate person in my life, you know, that all happened for a reason, and them all have a special place in my heart, but it's always about progression, you know what I mean?
Right. So living in New York, where did you land?
Okay, I went in Flatbush, around the 21st Newkirk area, you know.
What was that like, transitioning from Jamaica to the US? I say you mentioned being homesick.
Yes, it was very different. Jamaica, as much as Jamaica is rough and whatever, Jamaica have a lot of structure and discipline. Now, you know, sometimes in the later years, unfortunately, some of our youths have kind of strayed from that moral standing of keeping discipline, and you know, but back in the day we wouldn't curse in front of of an elder, or even if we are a person, we yo, sorry mommy, sorry about that, you know what I mean, and you know, we tell you about whatever afterwards. But these days, you know what I mean, you know, it don't matter the age, you know what I mean, like they say in the streets, anybody could get it, you know what I mean. So, you know, unfortunately that's no. But back then it was, I guess it was on the threshold of times changing. Coming from going to Vaz and Calabar in Jamaica, it was very structured. You had discipline. Yeah, you do what you do, but you make sure so you keep it in you stay in your lane. You come to America now, you hear students telling teachers anything.
Did you do that? Did you start to do that to fit in?
You know say I don't want to be like I was a goody two-shoe, but I had so much, I grew up under strict discipline, so therefore I always knew when not to go over the edge, you know what I mean. And I even remember one time this teacher at Erasmus, Miss Coke, a math teacher, she looked at me and said, Mr. Beckett, you know that if he was at Calabar, he wouldn't do that, you know what I mean? And, you know, it definitely, it brought me back very quickly, because even if nobody else knew this persona that, no, you have to take on, you know, because New York is very rough, you know what I mean? It's the wheat get gobbled up, you know what I mean? Quickly, you know what I mean? Definitely is a very, very rough place, you know what I mean? So, you know, to fit this persona, you know what I mean, you kind of have to mesh in the best way you can, and, you know, but it, you know, very quickly, you make you do some soul searching and try not to stray from what your parents, what your guardians have tried to instill in you so far. And I think that is why I'm here today, you know what I mean? I've lost so many comrades, so many brethren along the way. You know, I came to America in the crack era, 1988, 89, when it was the introduction of crack, and you know what I mean, youngsters were dying left, right and center. And you know, have
someone ever put it in your face to take it, or you're not a part of us?
Oh no, definitely at that time, you know, the youngsters at that time coming from Jamaica, we definitely shunned everything there, you know what I mean? You know, anything white, anything not natural, we not on that, you know what I mean? Unfortunately, you know what I'm saying, having a child at a very early age, very quickly coming up from Jamaica, you know what I mean, kind of got into the hustling a little bit, and definitely was not thrilled about being in that lifestyle. It's a lifestyle that is no, don't make nobody fool you. There's nothing beautiful about hustling, not even the money, because it's like the money, you don't even see it. It's like you have it and you don't have it. If you have it in a lump sum, you can't use it, and when you struggle to get it, it's gone. I mean, it's just so much twists and turns. So, you know what I mean, that's definitely a part of my life that I'm glad to have put behind me and concentrating primarily on my music, you know what I mean? So
that was what birthed, because we see so many where we, you know, rap stars, and they talk about it, the street, being in the street, they hustle in the street. And this is the music that took them out of the hustle, and you're one such person.
Yes.
Your first song, your first hit, what was the name of that song?
The first song to the world, I would say, was Headache. You know, that received very well, both on a semi-crossover type of level and within different parts of the Caribbean, and you know what I mean. And it was a beautiful thing to know that, yo, listen, you could actually think of something and then write it down and then put a melody to it and then go to the studio and you have to produce a bill of vibes, and the next thing you know, so you have a song. And not just have a song, but a song that people is actually bopping their head to and feeling it, you know what I mean? So
what's the whole thing? What is the lyrical content of Headache? What's that song about?
Well, Headache was about, it's about a relationship where anybody can relate to it. Is putting in 100% of yourself, or close to 100 as you could get, and not getting back what you feel like you have put in, whether the time, the energy, the love, whatever you have invested, until it becomes a headache, you know what I mean? And
so did someone do that to you while you wrote that song?
I've had that done to me before. I can't really say that song was coming from like, oh, let me sit down because my heart is broken and let me write this, because a lot of the times, you know, when you learn to write songs, you don't have to necessarily put yourself into that situation to write the song. You know, the track is telling you, kind of dictating what to, you know what I'm saying? And you know, sometimes the strings is telling you certain things. So you know what I mean, you can't just take from your experience, your people's experience, and you know what I mean,
just formulate some
formulate some things, you know what I mean. So that song was part personal and part just everybody just knowing what's going on out there.
How did Beky feel? How did you feel
when
for the first time you did something legit? It's going places. How did you feel as an artist, and then how did you feel as a person?
It felt very fulfilling. It felt I'm a relentless person, which was the name of my last album. And when you're relentless and you know you're going through different obstacles, and sometimes you get certain doors not opening for you, you know, it's easy to throw the towel in. And after you see everything materializing and you see it's coming to form and shaping up properly, you can't help but just feel like a little child who has received them first soccer ball, or you know what I'm saying, your first bicycle. It actually make you feel younger. You know what I mean? It make you actually feel younger for no say, wow, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I mean? And you know the way how people receive your work, you know what I mean?
That was some of the sacrifices you as Beky had to go through just to make it in this industry.
Well, definitely family, you know what I mean? You have to travel. You know, sometimes you're away from your children, you're away from your different loved ones, your familiar surroundings, and that can take a toll sometimes, you know what I mean? Then sometimes you are with a person that feel like, yo, listen, you live in the life of glamour, you know what I mean? Your name Beky Glacier, you know, I could Google you, you're doing shows, I seen you on this TV station, and don't know, say, yo, that is just literally the work that you're doing, and just like any job that you do, you're gonna get tired of it, you know what I'm saying? And you know, people ask me what do I like to do, and when I tell them that the club is really the last place that I want to be in if we're going to get to know each other or get to, you know, relax, because that's my workplace. You know what I mean? It's like you working at Kinko's printing up pictures all day and printing up certain things all day, and then somebody like, yo, listen, let's go to Kinko's to have a drink. You're like, yo, what? You know, you know what I'm saying? It's not gonna work, you know what I mean? So you know, I will slap you with this deck of Xerox papers, my man. You know what I'm saying? Something like that, you know what I mean? You can't come to me. So I mean, I don't, of course, you know, I appreciate everybody's music. Everybody have a genre, everybody have a story for tell, you know what I'm saying? And
why you chose your genre? What is your genre? Because you're what? You're like a world hop reggae.
Yeah, that's what I am. I mean, my music is music. My music has no boundaries. Once it has a certain moral standing with it to where grandma could listen to it, to the little kid could listen to it, that's number one. And then the lyrical content, it is so important. I cannot chat no form of bleep, 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 bleep. I can't do it, you know what I'm saying?
What happened when you do? What happened when you try to?
It don't come out. It don't feel right. I will not even go to the studio to waste anybody's time to put that out, you know what I mean? No, I'm like, you know, yo, listen, I'm not perfect. God no make no perfect people. You understand me? I say you talk slang and you do them thing that me can appreciate Nas, me can appreciate 2 Chainz, me know the slang of the streets. You understand me? I say sometimes even when I'm around my rapper compadres, you know, I will step in the cypher, I will bust a freestyle on you if you dare try to think that I ain't got it like that. But at the same token, I know my lane. You understand what I'm saying? And my lane is to enlighten. My lane is to bring awareness. If you feeling down, I want my music to lift you up. If you feeling heartbroken, I want you to know that I understand.
He understands, and we'll be back after the break.
Okay.
Shibido bop bop bop. Yo, this is Dan Youth and you're watching RHR TV 1. And you don't know, we're sending it to the world. You don't know it's all about the roots. And you don't know you can go up on rhrtv1.com. Log it on. Turn on your starlight. Shibby do bop bop bop. Yo, this is Don Newton. You're watching RHR TV 1.
United Learning Center, a ministry of Grace United Community Church. The Learning Center is a privately owned organization providing exceptional child care and educational services to infants and preschool-age children. The center also provides after-school care for children up to age 10. The Learning Center utilizes a combination of structured curriculum instruction, teacher-directed activities, and child-initiated play to promote the physical, social, emotional, and intellectual development of each child. Come experience an environment of exploration, discovery, and exciting challenges. Grace United Learning Center, achieving excellence together. We are located at 911 Northwest 183rd Street, Miami Gardens, Florida. Our hours of operation, 6:30 a.m. until 6 p.m. Monday through Fridays. We can be contacted at 305-651-1947 or on the web at www.graceunitedlearning.com. Grace United Learning Center, a ministry of Grace United Community.
I am attorney Rashawn Banks, and I am running for county court judge. I hope that you vote for me on August 14th. I have a diversity of experience. I run a private practice. I have former government practice. I was a public defender and assistant county attorney. I practice both civil and criminal law in state and federal court. I am also an adjunct professor at Nova's Law School. Most importantly, I have a commitment to community service. I served my country in the U.S. Navy. I served my church, Hopewell, part of the prison ministry. I served my colleagues on the Broward County Bar Association Board of Directors, former president of the T.J. Reddick Bar Association, former chair of Legal Aid Association of Broward County. I also served my general community. My law office does free foreclosure defense clinics every 3 to 4 months. I have been active in rights restoration clinics, and I hope for your vote on August 14th. Rashawn Banks for County Court Judge.
Boy, Rasta, we are tell you twin of twins that represent the real hard roots. We are tell you, Rasta. Yes, the foundation. The root of it is always the truth of it. And some people see education and don't know the use of it. Yeah, we are tell you get that something there. But you don't know real hard roots. Success coming like HIV. You have to live with it till you're dead. I tell you. Yeah, man, I will make them know. Say, it's the real hard roots and the real hard truth. I say anybody when I like that. So sick.
Welcome. As he said to me before, I'm telling you what I love about the artist Beky Glacier, why we brought him to the studio. We've been trying to get you for a while to come in, but it's the level of humility, and he has what Jamaica would say. It's polite, comfortable around him. That's an everyday person. There's just no hype to you.
And it shouldn't be, you know.
Why?
Because I'm a real person and go through real things. I know, say, yo, listen, making a song and putting it out there does not make you a scientist or make you have the cure for, you know what I mean. Music is a very powerful thing, don't get it twisted, but at the same token, everything has its lane, you know what I mean. I am a person that have the same issues that everybody have. I go through them. I know people that go through them. So for me to come out here with this false facade of being like, yo, listen, because, you know, I have a tune on the radio or, you know what I mean, I have a video, you know what I'm saying, I'm a mash down a dance, you know, no, you can't talk to me, I'm have to talk to you disrespectfully, I'm have to reach for that, you know, yo, that's not necessary.
Do you find that happening a lot when you're around?
Yeah, man. I mean, that is it's almost unfortunate. It's like the criteria for certain artists will be outside extra, and that can only go so far with certain people. If you want to touch all across the board, you have to be presentable, and you have to make sure people can approach you. You know what I'm saying? The word is approachable. You have to be that. You know what I mean? And like I said, just from the realness. I mean, just no BS. I mean, I mean, he's a real person, you know what I mean? I mean, listen, if I go out the road and speed, I'm going to get a ticket, you understand? The man said, listen, if you cut me, I'm going to bleed, you understand? The man said, any little thing, so it don't really make sense to me for really, you know, act high, you know, really make, to me, it don't make sense.
What you've mentioned, you've been around so many, who have you met in this industry that you have that of grace to that has really made some form of impression on you?
Okay, you know, let me just put it like this. Every individual has certain things to offer, and you're gonna deal with them, and you have to know what to pick and what to say. Yo, listen, everybody when me can pick out something positive and work with that. And if the negative is there, I'm gonna recognize, say, yo, listen, I'm not for work with it, I'm not for work with it. That is where it is. You know what I mean? There has not really been any big embrace of, yo, listen, welcome to the fold, you know what I'm saying? But that don't stop me or deter me from going on or even respecting the person work or the person that don't even have time for look on a Beky Glacier. I still know, say, yo, listen, them have a goodness in them, and if them approach me the right way, I deal with them. If them diss the program, then we're up on another level. So that is all me that answer the question.
And you know, we're going to go to a video of Beky Glacier. We're going to talk about why the name Beky Glacier in a minute.
Yes.
And this video is called Downfall.
Downfall.
Why Downfall?
Because, you know, out there you have people that just get up every day and try to make people's lives difficult, you know what I mean? And I have unfortunately been in contact with a lot of those people, and what they do, they plot for your downfall. For whatever it is, for whatever insignificant reason it is, they get up with that intent. And, you know what I mean? Once your father got in your heart, listen, man, it cannot, no, it's not going to work.
And then we're going to listen to it and we'll be right back. This track is called, our music video star is called Downfall by Beky Glacier.
Upon judge and name when me call, they laugh for my don't fall, but I won't fall. Rasta keep me standing tall. See them more, they love to talk and chat, you know, say them love to run off them mouth. Through them I will run up on some mesh marina and I do all I want. Give me stone, no talk about them a top shot and I them run the place and them are flex out. But me don't know them a tata, them a ball for them mama and I running what I'm about. No true, me the plan to lick up and free kick back. You know my cheese that's good. Inform I hear about that quick passing out with them run on the station house. Them a carry me, them a tell me like them a come much up all me arms boast. But me have got in on me yard, got in on me life, so me no run pick up on them plotting for my and don't fall, keep rising tall. Upon judge and name when me call, they laugh for my and don't fall, but I won't fall. Rasta keep me standing tall. They plotting for my and don't fall, keep standing tall. Upon judge and name when me call, they plotting for my and don't fall, but I won't fall. Rasta keep me standing tall. They must smile in my face and a friend me up and then chat me behind me back. Through the clothes when me go wear and care when me drive them walk on launch and attack. But not take me simple, not get me pringle car, really I would like that. Me's out well humble you to respect life, but the machines are well intact. I mean no true talk niggas with quick trigger figures and quick to defend me head back. And now rough out the grow one and the things me know bigger man them from off the hilltop. Feel your brother, the violence we call the peace better off if you stop chat. It no matter how you scheme, no matter how you plan, tell them stop acting for my and don't fall, keep rising tall. Upon judge and name when me call, they laugh for my and don't fall, but I won't fall. Rasta keep me standing tall. They laugh for my and don't fall, keep rising tall. Upon judge and name when me call, they plotting for my and don't fall, but I won't fall. Rasta keep me standing tall. Never fall, never never fall. Never fall. Rising tall, yo I keep rising tall. Cause I keep rising tall. Never fall. Never fall. Never fall. Never fall. Yo we keep rising tall. Cause I keep rising tall for my downfall. My downfall. They're plotting for my downfall. But I won't fall. Rasta keep me standing tall. Never fall. Never fall. Never fall.
You were just watching music video by Beky Glacier, Downfall. As he was explaining before, we went to that video, is that people unfortunately plot.
Yeah.
Negative for it. Can you give us one experience of what that experience was like?
I mean, there's so many, but I mean, you have it in the music business, where, you know, you just get hated on because of the way you carry yourself, because of what you have to offer. You know what I mean? Family, you know what I mean? I've actually been set up by a nephew before. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know. Yeah.
What was the motive for that? Did he ever say it?
You know, say, you know, it's not even really necessary for even going to the semantics of everything. But what we can tell you is, say, yo, guess what? Whenever you bite the hand will feed you. Whenever you need an angel for come along after praying for a miracle, and you go so breath and try to clip the angel wing, your journey now will really go any too much further. You know what I mean? So I mean that's where that is.
I like that. Why the name Beky Glacier?
Well, my last name is Beckett, Kareem Beckett, and so therefore I playing soccer and things of that nature. When, you know, it's a loud game, and whenever people say, yo, Becky, pass the ball, Beckett is, you don't really hear the ETT.
Yes.
Just sound like Becky.
Yeah.
So therefore, you know, just, you know, it's a nickname where from, you know what I mean, and you just stick with it. And Glacier is just, you know, Glacier, you know, I'm cold, yo. I'm cold in a hot way. You know what I'm saying? I'm cold in a very hot way, so that's what it is.
Girls, how do you manage now?
I love
this, or you love them? So.
I love them all.
Love them all.
I love them
How
all.
do you balance the girls? How do you take your personal life outside of, you know, I was going there, you know, outside of the industry? You talk about can't have somebody take you to the clubs, your workplace.
Yeah. Well,
so what does Becky like to do differently from?
excuse me. I'm just good. No, I like to, you know, my life, you know what going on in the world on the TV. I check all the internet, what's going on. As far as I like soccer, you know what I mean. Right now, I haven't been able to play the ball for the past month and a half because I kind of twisted my knee. But you know, I'm a passionate, avid soccer player and supporter. You know what I mean. But you know, just growing up, I always just love athletics. So anything that, you know, if it's some basketball, volleyball, table tennis, you know what I mean. I'm very.
So right now you're watching the Olympics.
Oh no doubt.
So that's what you're doing now.
Yeah, not very pleased with the biased coverage because it's like, you know what I mean, you know, it's the Olympics and you're supposed to have a kind of unbiasedness. It's not the American Games, it is the World Olympics.
Alright, when we come back from the break, we'll talk about that.
I Leroy Epton Studio One first, a reggae daddy, yes, in the place. And this is one of the original star, and you're watching RHR. Yeah, like #1. Yeah.
Wait, honey, you know cook?
Cook? Why me for cook?
Because I come from work and hungry. I want something to eat.
So then every day you know eat food when I buy over at Caribbean American restaurant.
Which restaurant that?
Spices Caribbean American restaurant, a brand new restaurant we open at 3990 Southwest 48th Avenue.
You mean the one on Countyland Road and Southwest 40th Avenue across from the car wash?
CM1. Which way you think you get food from every day?
But honey, you trick me. Me think you could have cooked. Just never eat every single day. Because that's all that street food come from.
Spices Caribbean American Cuisine and Lounge. Opening hours Monday to Friday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Saturdays and Sundays, 9 a.m. to 11:30 p.m. Featuring our special daily lunch specials, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Sunday buffet breakfast, 9 to 11:30 a.m. and Sunday brunch, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Located at 3990 Southwest 40th Avenue, Hollywood, Florida, 33023. Number to call, 954-961-9752, 954-348-4197, 786-263-8870. Isis Caribbean American Restaurant, the place where satisfaction is guaranteed.
RHR TV1, the real hard roots station. Mas Jasper said that.
My name is Danielle Michelle. I attend the St. Catherine High School in Jamaica, and I only watch RHR TV1.
You are watching RHR TV1. RHR TV to the world.
Bless RHR TV. Bless RHR TV. Bless RHR TV, Jah, and guide them every day. Bless our TV. Yeah, man, more life, more blessing, more prosperity. It's Phil Watkins representing for RHR TV.
Before the break, we were talking about the bias coverage of the Olympics. Yeah, Becky, finish your statement.
Yeah, I'm just saying that, you know what I mean, as the Olympics, you wait 4 years to see what the world has to offer, what each country is coming with, you know what I mean. You definitely want your country, and listen, don't get it twisted, I live in America, so, you know what I mean, I'm going to Jamaica for all of the events that America is not in, you know what I'm saying, just put it like that, I'm, you know, for real, you know what I mean, we live here, so you have to show a certain amount of respect to the place, but, I mean, it's the Olympics, and yo, listen, America is a melting pot, you know what I mean? You have people from all walks of life and all different countries that would have liked to see them love America. It's not about patriotism or anything. They are here, they are doing what they have to do as Americans and trying to be citizens or good citizens. But yet still, yo, listen, if you come from Cuba or you come from one Puerto Rico or you come from one, you know what I'm saying, wherever you come from, you know, you do have some ties with that place and you would have like see how them run in a one race or how them swimming or something, you know what I mean? So it would just be nice to can compare, and even us that live here, we would like to see, not just, oh, we heard that America didn't qualify for such and such. We want to see what country outbested them, you know what I mean? And we would just like to have that, you know. Okay.
So we're talking about this. You love the Olympics. Yeah. Favorite food?
Favorite food? I'm a vegetarian. Have not eaten meat for the past 15 to 16 years. Have not eaten chicken for the past 13 years. You know something, I started out a cultural thing, you know, being in the Rastafarian faith, you know what I mean? Yeah, I stay clean and everybody like, yo, yeah, Rasta, yeah, it's not like them say. It's not, don't render your art, don't bring forth yourself. Don't look on the cleanness or the dirtiness of the person. This is me, and yo, listen, if I'm going to be good artist to a person, I'm going to do that, whether I'm clean or dirty. Physically. So what I'm trying to say as that goes, I am at my mom's and my brother that passed off, my great-grand-uncle, heavily into the Rastafarian faith, and so therefore I've always been kind of like coaxed by my mother's side of the family, like especially when I started to lax and draw closer to that. It was like, yo, when you're going to stop to eat meat and then things like, and I was like, yo, ma, in due time, whenever, listen, I'm not going to stop eating meat just because it's going to make y'all feel good and then go around the corner and go buy a Big Mac. That don't make sense, you understand what I'm saying? So I'm going to continue eating what I wanted to eat until it came to me to say, yo, listen, and that sign was just there. It's as simple as this. I was watching a program called Faces of Death, and it was just showing the different ways how humans meet their tragic end and how animals and they were showing the different things that the agricultural and the farmers do to these cows and chickens. I'm not trying to sick anybody out. If you want to check out Face Up Dead, make your own decision. But that was my turning point. Had a lovely pot of oxtails on the stove with butter beans and a lovely pillar of white rice, getting ready to dive into, and could not eat it, and that was the last. And chicken came very quickly after that. And I am a snapper youth. Me's a parrotfish youth. You know what I'm saying? Me's a soya chunks youth. Whole heap of tofu, whole heap of veggies.
Can you cook?
Oh, no doubt.
Okay.
No doubt, no doubt. You know what I mean? Self-preservation. You know what I'm saying? No for iron my clothes. You understand what I said? No for shine my shoes. No for, you know, cook my food. You know what I mean? All them things that is necessary. You know what I mean?
Now that you have pretty much evolved into Beky Glacier.
Yes.
Family.
Yes.
Then a special lady?
Definitely, you know. Definitely. Mama, big up yourself.
Diplomatic. He decided to take himself out of
Mama Planet. Your son love you endlessly. Your wash belly love you, yeah?
Oh, so you know, I never even know that you were this hilarious. Worst tour experience? What did you learn from it? Best tour experience? What did you learn from it?
Best tour experience, I would have to say, probably going to Cayman, and you know, just the reception from the promoter coming to get me, to going to the radio station, to, you know what I mean, just making me feel very comfortable. You know what I mean. Worse, up north in New York, just dreary. Not a lot of people.
We will be right back after the break.
Enough boy, I turn no cat, no limit them tongue, no stop. Hear me the RHR, keep the fire blessing. Hear me the man, here we go on. You say RHR TV, the man is TV, the body is TV. Sick, mad.
Ding ding ding. Hey, them for no says Baby Chris representing for RHR TV. How them feel like? Ring ding 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 ding. Ring ding 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 da. Ding 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 da. Yeah, RHR TV, Baby Chris represent. I like it, I like it. Yeah.
Oh, before the break. Still laughing, I'm telling you. Worst, the best tour experience was Cayman.
Yeah.
Worst tour experience?
Worst tour experience was in a little town up north. Don't even remember the name of the town. I mean, snow, blizzard type weather. Nobody no show up, but you don't know, say, yo, you have to go on as a professional, you know what I'm saying? You give your best, you know what I mean? And the 4 people that was there along with the patrons of the place, you know what I'm saying? I gave them my best, you know what I mean? I'm a professional. So, yeah, that's what it is.
So it doesn't matter about the crowd?
Oh, no doubt. You know what I'm saying? I'm a true entertainer, and anybody that will listen and actually bob them head and say, yo, you know what I'm saying? I respect that, you know what I'm saying? I mean, from his 1 person to 100,000, I mean, I'm going to give it my all, you know what I'm saying? This is my passion, this is what I do, so therefore I will not shortchange anybody, and I will not shortchange myself.
Some of the artists have toured with Sanchez,
Barris, Maxi Priest, Marcel Griffiths, I mean the list, SWV, Chico the Barge, Rod Digger.
What was that like?
I mean, them cool, you know? Yeah, them cool artists, you know what I mean? Everything was lovely, you know what I mean? One thing, real recognize real, and when them sister you're up to par with your thing, then them regardless if it's patois or rap, them have to recognize, so it was recognized.
You have less than a minute. What can we listen out from Beky Glacier? Okay,
well right now I am in the promotional stage of my 1-drop album. I have a song that's entitled Frustration. It's on the radio right now in certain rotations on certain internet radios. Trying to do a video for it very shortly. And that's what it is. My album will be released in about 3 months' time. It's basically finished. Just getting this promotional work on. I brought a copy for you. This is the frustrating promo single, Beky Glacier. That's the main track, and it also has Just the Herbs. You know what I mean? And that's what it is. And I'm out here. It's Beky Glacier on Twitter. It's Beky Glacier on Facebook. You know what I mean? Beky Glacier. It's a very unique name. You know what I'm saying? And it was chosen for a reason. You know what I mean? And it's BEKY GLACIER.
Alright, with that, join us next week. We're out of time. Beky Glacier, good night.